Hi, I'm Willie Myette from pianowithwillie.com. I'd like to welcome you to this lesson in the style of I Wish by Stevie Wonder. Now, rather than telling you everything that's in the lesson, I'm going to actually break here, and if you're watching this on YouTube or whatnot, I'm going to actually break to a section of the lesson so you can see a sample of the teaching. But basically, the bullet points are you're going to learn all the sections of the song. I'm going to show you all the chordal stuff. I'm going to explain to you, the theory behind it, why, why it works, and how you can change it. But we're also going to get into the improvisation. I'm going to get into the chord voicing. We're also going to show you some of these different little reharmonization-y kind of tricks where you can kind of make it, take it out a little bit, and also talk about taking it out in your solo so that you can get a kind of a cool sound. There are play-along tracks along with the lesson. So you have the bass and the drums by themselves, and there's also different tempos. There's sheet music that comes along with the lesson as well, and you can download all of that with the lesson, or obviously as part of a membership as well, you can get the sheet music. Bear in mind, this is all about teaching. This isn't me just sitting down performing and like, hey, look at all of these cool licks. No, I'm going to teach it to you and show it to you note for note. So hope you enjoy it, and take a look at the sample. So first of all, let's talk chords. I'm going to just do these two different chords, E flat minor 7. So what I've done is I've done the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and I have the 9th up here. I can also throw in my 11 if I want. It adds a nice sound. And when I go to A flat 7, I have 7, 9, 3, and 5. Now the cool thing about these voicings are it gives it a jazzy feel, but not too jazzy. It's not like we're doing something like like that for A flat 7, like an altered sound with a sharp 9 and a sharp 5 or a flat 13 there, okay? Instead, we're just doing just real nice, cool sounds. It kind of reminds me a lot of like the Brand New Heavies, Jamiroquai, and that kind of stuff. All right, so if I just put on the bass and the drums, cool. And then obviously you can just play it back and forth like this, but you want you could do these half steps. I've talked about that before. We can go up a half step with your chord or down a half step before moving on to the next chord, or approach the next chord by a half step above and then move down. It's up to you, if you want to try that. Okay, now the scale on the right hand is your Mixolydian, it's your Dorian scale for E flat minor, okay, and then the Mixolydian scale for A flat dominant 7th. Now it's real simple. It's just all a D flat major scale, starting on different notes. So starting on E flat, or starting on A flat. So the notes would be E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, or A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat. But it's all that D flat major scale. So get to really know those notes. Another way you can look at it is it's all the black notes with F and C. You can even just play the black notes for a pentatonic sound. Now what you want to start to do is just explore creating some lines. Now I know for some of you that might be very easy. You might be an advanced level player and you can just, I can play lines all day long. Okay, if you're an advanced level player, what I would suggest that you do is try to really isolate something that you're not all that good at. Now maybe that's playing lines. maybe what you do is you play the lines hands together like that, okay? Or you do the same thing an octave apart or even 2 octaves apart. You can even just try improvising just with your left hand. Okay? That's another nice way of creating some fluidity with that left hand and loosening up that left hand. The other thing you could try doing if you're an advanced level player is really focus your lines. So maybe you say, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really start on the 9th and then move my line down and see how that works. Or maybe you've tried focusing around the 3rd. Or maybe you try doing some sequences. Now, if you're not an advanced player, you're a beginner player, one thing you can do is try focusing on that pentatonic scale. That's a great place to start. Right? And what you want to try and do is create simple lines for yourself. Okay, so I'm just trying to create these simple lines using that pentatonic scale, using an E flat minor pentatonic scale, okay? Or you can just look at it using the black notes. Notice how I go down on that flatted 7th. That's a great place to hang out, that flatted 7th and the minor 3rd. In fact, you could just use those 3 notes right there and get quite a bit of mileage. And I'm also trying to interact between the 2 hands. Make it so that the left hand and the right hand are kind of working together rather than, you don't want to do stuff like, you don't want the left hand to be too heavy, too overbearing. So just a little bit of left hand, get some right hand.